What's up, Fallow Army, and welcome back to the Hunter Call of the Wild. And as you guys know, the new Peru map Intisuyu has recently just came out. And with that, you guys may need some guidance. So, if you guys are looking for a nice guide here to actually know a lot more about the new Peru Reserve, stay with me because I will tell you guys everything you need to know of Intisuyu Reserve. Now, starting up with the map layout of Intisuyu Reserve. Now, Intisuyu is a map based in the Low Andes region in Peru. The map is divided into 3 different regions. At the left, we have the Low Andes area. This area has a lot of open space with steep mountains and is perfect for beginners to find their first animals on Peru. And in the middle of the map, we have the Yungas region. This region is the bridge between the Andes and the Amazon jungle. It still has a lot of open space, but gets a little denser towards the right part of the area bordering the jungle. And of course, last but definitely not least, we have the Amazon frontier area. Now this is where it gets real. The Amazon frontier is a really dense jungle filled with dozens of different plants, trees, and jaguars of course. Yeah, this is where you'll find the jaguars. And this area has a lot of small to medium-sized lakes and a giant river going all the way across. So now that you know how the map looks like, let's get into the interesting part, and that is of course the species list. Intisuyu is home to a total of 14 different species, 10 of which are actually new and unique species. Let's firstly get the reused species out of the way, as we already know how they work. So we got the cinnamon teal, puma, white-tailed deer and collared peccary. But for the new species on the map, we've got the Western Mountain Coati. This is a class 1 animal that can be found in the Amazon frontier, mostly around mountainary parts of the region. Coati drink from 1700 till 2000, they go up to level 5 and both the male and female Coati make diamond at 1.45. Similar to the Coati, we have the Greater Grison. The Greater Grison also is a class 1 animal and looks very similar to the mink and pine marten we have on Tornesian. You'll find Greater Grison in the Amazon and Yungas region, mostly in and around rivers where they drink from 14 to 1700. These guys also go up to level 5 and make diamond at 356. Coming up next, we have the Ocelot. The Ocelot is a class 2 animal which can be found in the Amazon and Yungas region. You'll probably find a lot of Ocelot giving you warning calls from a very close distance, as they don't really seem to scare that easily. They are really small and fast though, so if you do spook one, good luck getting it down. Now Ocelot are predators, so they go up to level 9 legendary and make diamond at 27.68. They drink from 4 to 6 in the morning, and you can mostly find these guys around smaller lakes, mostly at the right side of the map I'd say. Now for the class 3 species, we've got the Taruca, which can be found almost restrictively in the Low Andes area, but they do sometimes wander off into the very top of the Yungas area as well. Taruca drink from 14 to 1700 and can go up to a maximum level of 3, making diamond at 101.66. Our other class 3 animal can also only be found in the Low Andes area and upper Yungas region, being nothing less than the vicuña. The vicuña look a lot like llamas given their long necks and just being a llama relative in general. Now these guys can go up to level 5 and make diamond at 214. I actually messed one up in my first video here on Peru, unfortunately. But they drink from 4 to 8 in the morning, in about the same places where you can also find Taruca actually. Now surprisingly, at our class 4 species, we've got the capybara. And I would have actually guessed them to be a class 2 or 3 animal, but here they are. They're a class 4. So capybara can obviously be only found in the Amazon area and sometimes at the lower parts of the Yungas area. I also think that the models of these guys are absolutely amazing, they look really cool. If you want to find capybara drink zones, I can tell you right now that these guys don't drink, but they do feed from 4 to 7, 7 to 10, 14 to 17 and 17 to 2000. Now these little guys can go up to level 5 medium and they make diamond at 66.50. So now for class 6, we have a total of 3 species and they are all very cool. Starting off with the South American tapir. South American tapir can be found in the Amazon, Yungas and even in the lower parts of the Low Andes area. Now tapir are also one of those species that actually don't have drink times. So if you want to hunt them, you can find them feeding from 0 to 3, 3 to 6, 18 to 21 and 21 to 0. They're a class 6 animal and they can go all the way up to 9 legendary, making diamond at 144. Both the males and females can make diamond. Now for our second class 6 species and actually one of my favorites, the spectacled bear. Dude, they look so good. And these guys actually have a lot of different common fur variations with their marks on their faces. We've got X markings, binocular markings, messy markings. It's amazing. Now, spectacle bear can be found in every part of the map, just like the tapir, but they go up even higher in the Andes than the tapir do. So they probably have the biggest range on the map. You can find these bears drinking from 4 to 8, so you will still have some daylight. Spectacle bears can go up to 9 legendary, as they are predators of course, and they make diamond at a minimum score of 20.45. And then of course for our last but definitely not least 6th animal, we've got the jaguar. Now, as we know, jaguars can actually hunt you down, just like tigers do on Sunderpatan. But these guys have some crazy stalking skills. When a jaguar hunts you down, you will barely even hear it growling. It just sneaks up onto you, jumps straight onto your face. It is so terrifying, especially at night, dude. So jaguar are actually the new great one as well. And these guys right here are the different fur variations. We've got the fabled umbrafate, ivory bark, rosewash, tapestry, vellum, which is actually my favorite, porcelain, and then finally the fabled gilt dusk. Now, I will be grinding jaguars pretty soon, and I will also give you guys a simple guide to how they actually work as well. So stay tuned if you want a great one jaguar in your lodge. The jaguars can be found in the Amazon region, mostly at the edges of rivers and lakes. You can find them drinking at the big river at the right of the map and at some smaller lakes close to it, from 2100 all the way to 0. They go up to level 9 and make diamond at 43.75. And now for our last brand new species in this beautiful Peru map, we have of course the black caiman. So caiman are a class 7 species going up to 9 legendary, and they are actually pretty similar to the crocs at Emerald Coast. You can find these guys everywhere in the river where it's deep enough for them to swim, with the best spot being the big river at the very right of the map. Caiman don't drink and don't feed, so I wonder how they will survive without that. But you can find caiman resting mostly at the river of the map from 4 all the way to 1600. And diamond for caiman is gonna be 468. And that was it for the new species, guys. So a lot of very nice unique species to say the least, and they all look absolutely wonderful. But now let's actually fly into what I would say would be the best loadout to use here in Peru. Alright, so the loadout I am going with for this map is covering all classes from 1 to 7. So no need for a big class 8 to 9 weapon such as the Richardson, because the biggest class here on Peru is actually class 7 for the caiman. Now, the weapons I'm going with are just my main weapons I use for every map, so they can of course be different depending on what weapons you like to use the most. But the weapons I'm going with for the COTW and Greater Greason is gonna be the Ananta Action 22 mag. Now, this thing actually covers classes 1 and 2, so it can be used for Aslat as well, but I got a bigger weapon for them to actually make it easier to get them down. Now, I really like the Ananta because it has a very nice sound and a super interesting reload animation. It holds 10 bullets just like the popular Viren 22 LR, but I just prefer the Ananta. Now for classes 2 to 6, I'm using the Frost 2570. The Frost is a very good choice for Peru because it covers most of the classes that are available on this map. It also has an amazing sound to it and it is pretty accurate. And then finally for animals like the Jaguar, Caiman and Spectacle Bear, I am using the Malmer 7mm Magnum. This is of course a very popular choice because this gun actually covers a lot of classes at once. It goes from class 4 all the way up to class 9. So this gun is very powerful on, for example, Jaguars. Now for the guns out of the way, I am also carrying the electric collar with me to bring in animals if I would like to. I'm actually using 2 different scopes in my inventory, being the Odin and the Angler scope, because Jaguars are mostly active at night. That means I want to switch my night vision scope whenever I change the time to go hunt Jaguars in their drink time, which is of course from 21 till 0. So that goes for the binoculars as well. I am using the Apex View binoculars as these are the furthest zooming binos in the game. But then I also bring my Gen 0 binos with me whenever it gets a little bit too dark. And that is gonna be it for my loadout, guys, and that's also gonna be it for this guide to Peru. So if you want to see my hotspot maps in this video, you can join my Discord. It is actually in the description down below. But for now, that's all I got for you guys today. I hope this guide has given you guys everything you need to know about Peru. If this video was helpful to you, don't forget to leave a like and subscribe to the channel for more content like this. I will catch you guys in the next video, and until then, enjoy the game.